Course planning. How will the lesson plan fit into a course? Now that you are familiar with planning a yoga lesson, consider how your lesson could fit into a yoga course of 6 weeks. Take one of the lessons that have been used at the start of this course and see how you could alter it a little to make it slightly easier. When you have done this, see how the lesson could be made slightly more difficult. This will give you 3 plans that work together. If you complete the exercise once more, you will have 5 lesson plans that, without changing the class plan too much, progress the students through a number of postures. Be prepared to work toward a posture over a number of weeks, using variations both of interest as a means of modifying them that suits the needs of the individual. Things to avoid. A. Changing your class plan entirely each week so that your students can learn and remember that you have taught. This will help to encourage them to practice at home. Remember that as a YTTC graduate you can photocopy and give the asana handouts to your students. Allowing bad habits of movement to be acquired for the sake of end gain, as this can result in injury and will not help the student in the long term. Yeah. Always build encouragement and good humour into your class. Encourage movement with ease and elegance rather than a struggle to get the end product of the perfect asana at the cost of pain and danger to the body. Refer to the previous week's notes. You may have promised something or planned to develop something. Include some simple sequences and repeat them as each week so the students can have something they remember for their home practice. These sequences can be further developed through a course, as in Surya Namaskar. As many of the balancing poses can prove difficult for beginners, variations such as from a supine position can be both interesting and easier to do. Some examples of postures that can be developed over a course. Some of the standing poses can be introduced from a supine position or following from the initial relaxation. These include Tadasana, mountain pose, extended Tadasana, extended mountain, Virasana, tree pose. Keep the pelvis level as the knee is taken to the side, knees to the chest. This pose opens the back of the hip joint and gently stretches the hamstring attachment to the top of the leg. Care is needed to ensure that the heel is not allowed to drift across towards the opposite leg, as this can cause compression on the inside edge of the hip joint, or that the shoulders do not creep to the ears. Forehead to knee. The upper body should not twist towards the knee. Keep the shoulders soft. Simple floor twists. Bend the knees up but keep the feet on the floor. Take the bent legs to the right and allow the head to roll to the left. Lift the left side of the body as high as possible. Stay for a few breaths, return to center and repeat on the left side. Other variations include thighs crossed, twist in the opposite direction of the top thigh. Bend one leg up and take it across the other leg. Introduction to bridge pose. Roll the spine off and back to the floor as a means of limbering. Classical asanas can be introduced from the supine position, such as Garudasana, legs, directions. Bend the knees deeply. Cross the right thigh over the left. Wrap the right foot around the lower left leg. Release and complete on the opposite side. It may be necessary to demonstrate the movement of the arms in this pose before trying to talk your students into it from the floor. Kom Uttanasana, legs, direction. Bring the knees over the chest. Cross the left thigh over the right. Reach and take hold of the knees. Bring them to the sides of the buttocks. Hold the ankles. Draw the shoulders back and down. Lengthen the front of the body. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the knees over the hips and take them apart to bring the soles of the feet together. Hold the feet or ankles with linked fingers and gently press the bent legs away. Try to keep the length in the front of the body and the shoulders back and down. Supta Padagustasana. These stretches are the most suited to those who with some experience and included here for later interest. Boat and a half boat. These poses can be introduced from the head to the knee pose by releasing the hold of the knees and stretching the arms alongside the body. Sitting poses. Students should be taught how to sit correctly from the first yoga class. Demonstrate the use of yoga block and encourage those who need the support to use it so that a good upright position can be maintained. Teachers should give some background information as the importance of good posture with regard to health of the internal organs such as the heart, lungs, and benefits to digestion and process of elimination. The following postures can form part of the first yoga lesson plan. Sukhasana, tailor pose. This pose strengthens the back and abdominal muscles and increases hip joint mobility. The front of the body should be kept long. Tips. Maintain upward lift of the front body. Use a yoga block if necessary. Allow the knees to relax towards the floor. Keep the shoulders soft. The following poses can be taught from Sukhasana. Arm and spine stretch. Link fingers and take arms overhead. Slide, stretch, modified Parsvakanasa. Back arch, modified camel. Spinal rotation. Forward bend, stretch. All neck and shoulder. Pawan Muktasana series. Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose. Vajrasana. This pose stretches the ankle and knee joints, aids digestion and process of elimination. A block between the feet, under the feet or on top of the heels can support stiff ankles. Sit back onto the heels, ensuring that the feet are going directly backwards. The following neck and shoulder movements can be done from Vajrasana. Exhale, slowly turning the head to the left. Inhale and return to the head to the center. Exhale and return the head to the right. Exhale and return the head to the center. Inhale and raise the chin to the ceiling. Lift the back of the head. Exhale and return to the center position. Exhale and lower the head towards the chest. Inhale and return to the center position. Circle the shoulders forwards and backwards. Yoga Mudra. Hold one wrist behind the back or link the fingers. Roll the top of the shoulder blades. Roll the top of the shoulders back. Fold forward and place the head on the floor. Lift the buttocks off the heels and roll into the top of the head. Okay. Keeping the feet pressing into the floor. Lift the arms upward. Yoga Mudra. Okay. Sideways stretches. Bring one arm overhead and across the body. Take a few breaths. Return and repeat on the other side. Modified camel pose. Cup the fingers to the floor behind you. Push up through the arms to the left to help lift the spine. Arch backwards to a comfortable position. Take the head to look upwards. Return to center. Forward bend. Fold forward over the legs and extend the arms. Garudhanasana. Arms only for Sukhasana. Cross the right elbow into the inside of the left elbow. Bring the back of the hands together. Slip the fingers of the left hand in the palm of the right hand. Stay in the position, relaxing the shoulders for a few breaths. Release and repeat on the opposite side. This can also be taught from a lying position. Gum Muktasana, cow's face pose. Cow's face pose. Modification, arms only from Sukhasana. Bring the right arm overhead. Rotate the arm inwards as far as possible. Bend the elbow, keep it lifting towards the ceiling. Bring the lower arm down the back, fingers spread. Take the left arm out to the side of the body at shoulder height. Rotate the arm inwards, keeping the top of the shoulder back. Bring the arm back and down. Bend the elbow and bring the lower arms up to the back, fingers spread. Clasp the fingers of both hands if possible. Keep lifting the top elbow and draw the left arm back. Relax the neck and shoulders. Release the pose and repeat on the opposite side. Remember from the previous information that leg movements of both these postures can be practiced from lying. If you select a variation each week, it will allow practice time and interesting methods of practice. Invite your students to try these out at home to increase their flexibility. Show them how to use a yoga block and sitting on a height will help the hip joints to be open and free. Tabletop position. Majjaristhana cat pose. Stand on the hands and knees, tabletop, table position. Check the distance between the hands. It should be approximately the length of your back apart. Whilst inhaling, of a count of 5, stretch the breastbone forward as to lengthen the spine. At the same time, allow the back to hollow slightly. Exhale for the count of 5 whilst rounding the back upwards towards the ceiling. Allow the head to relax forward and look through the navel. Alright. Yeah, okay. Repeat this 4 to 5 times. Benefits. This sequence brings mobility to the back and spine while strengthening the arms. This is a basic pose, and the following variation can be added week by week as an introduction to other poses. Introducing Salabhasana, locust pose. From the table position, extend the right leg back. Keep the top of the foot on the floor. Stretch the breastbone forward. Push up through the arms and look upwards. Keeping the pelvis level, slowly raise the right leg from the floor to the comfortable position. Relax the foot and continuing to use strong arm support. Release and repeat on the other side. Further variations. Preparation for Warrior 1. From the table position, extend the right leg back. Keep the top of the foot on the floor. Stretch the breastbone forward. Push up through the arms and look upwards. Keeping the pelvis level, slowly raise the right leg from the floor. Relax the foot and continuing to use strong arm support. Raise the opposite arm and continue to look forward. Hold the pose with leg and opposite arm raised for a comfortable length of time. Relax and repeat on the opposite side. The following short sequences can be used to introduce Shoka Namaskar over a course of 6 weeks. First sequence, from child pose. Inhale, come up to Bhadrasana with the arms overhead. Exhale into hare pose. Inhale into table. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale to table. Exhale to sit back on the heels. Inhale to sit up Bhadrasana with the arms overhead. Exhale to child pose. Repeat 3 times. Second sequence, from hare pose to downward dog and back to hare 3 times. From tabletop position, bring the chin, chest to the floor, slide through into upward dog and back to table position times 3. If this proves too difficult, let the pelvis come forward and down, then push up into upward dog. From down dog, bring one leg forward to the inside edge of the hand in the lunge pose. Let opposite knee come to the floor. Step back to downward dog and repeat with opposite leg each side times 2. I have to do this to actually understand what it means. Down dog, stepping through into Uttanasana, standing forward bend and back each leg times 3. Hands in prayer position to lift into Tadasana, extended Tadasana and into back arch and reverse movement. Put the sequence together in the sequence of Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutation. Standing poses. Beginners should be comfortable with the following postures before progressing to more demanding standing poses. These can be considered both lumbering and warming movements. For your convenience, instructions for some of these are detailed. Tadasana, mountain pose. Tadasana, extended mountain pose. Vrksasana, tree pose. Simple sideways stretch. Standing twist. Simple stand back arch. Standing forward bend, Uttanasana, and Gurudhanasana, equal pose. Simple sideways stretch directions. With the feet hip width apart, link the fingers in front of the body. Raise the arms overhead and stretch upwards without strain. Keeping the pelvis steady, stretch over to the right. Keep the shoulders soft and relaxed. Turn the upper body back slightly. Turn the head to look up under the arm. Use the breath to relax in the pose, remaining a comfortable length of time. Return to center and repeat on the left hand side. Simple standing twist. From Tadasana, place the right foot on the outside edge of the left foot. Bring the left arm behind the back to hold the inside of the right elbow. Take the weight back slightly into the heels. Rotate the right. Inhale and lengthen the front of the body. Exhale and rotate further. Continue in this way for a few breaths. Release and repeat on the second side. Simple standing back arch. This pose should be used to teach the principles of all back arching poses. The teacher can see which students have difficulty in keeping the chest lifted and those who have a tendency to take the head too far back, using each of the following first 6 week classes. Directions: feet hip width apart and firm on the floor. Bring the hands to the waist and with the elbows held close to the body, hold the pelvis steady. Stretch up through the front of the body, breastbone lifted and the top of the shoulders back, arch backwards to a comfortable distance, lengthen the neck and look upwards. Simple standing forward bend. Directions: feet hip width apart, hands on the waist, bend the knees deeply. Stretch forward to fold over from the tops of the legs. Variations: fold the arms, taking hold of the elbows, raising the folded arms overhead, stretch forward and down over the legs. Relax the neck and lay the body to hang down. This is the basis for your second or following on course, which would include more of the wider stances such as Trikonasana, Rev Trikonasana and Parsvottanasana. When students are able to manage the above poses, they then would move to wider stances of warrior poses, Parsvottanasana and Parasarata Padottanasana, etc. Surya Namaskara, Sun Salutation. Direction: stand in Tadasana, hands in prayer position in front of the chest. Inhale and stretch the arms up and out, arching backwards. Inhale to straighten, stretch upwards. Exhale and fold up forwards to place the hands beside the feet. Inhale, stretching forward to lengthen the front of the body. Exhale and step back to the right, front, bringing the knee to the floor. Stretch forward, looking upwards, lunge position. Exhale and step back with the left foot into downward dog. Come to table position. Bring the body forward and lower the knees, chin and rest to the floor. Slide along the floor, pushing into upward dog. Lift back into the table position and then to downward dog. Step the right foot forward and lower left knee to the floor, lunge. Step the left foot forward and fold over the legs. Inhale and stretch forward, coming back to Tadasana. Stretch the arms up overhead and arch backwards. Inhale and straighten up, coming back to Tadasana with the hands in the prayer position in front of the chest. This is half of a round of Surya Namaskara. To complete the full round, repeat the sequence using opposite leg movements. Tip: the elbows should be kept in close to the sides of the body when lowering the chin, chest and knees to the floor, as incorrect positioning can cause strain to the shoulder joints. Garudhanasana. This pose can be taught in separate parts over the next few weeks as eagle arms from sitting, eagle arms from lying, eagle legs from standing, eagle legs from lying. Full pose from standing, arms first and opposite legs in the arms. So this is week 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Variations: full pose from lying, round up to bring the arms and knees towards each other. Full pose using wall support, keep the pelvis level at the floor. Benefits: the pose warms the body and thus excellent during the winter time. The pose stretches the back of the shoulder and the hip joints. The spine is stretched as it is the back of the pelvis and across the shoulders. It is recommended for sciatica. Sciatica sufferers, for me. Should be doing it more than little boys. Teaching Rev Parsvottanasana over a number of weeks. Step 1 from table position. Bring the right foot forward to place it beside the right hand. Lift the body into an upright position. Bring the hands into prayer position and rotate to the right. Lean forward and place the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Raise the right elbow, turning the head to look towards it. Press the hands together and use this movement to further rotate the trunk. Rotate the spine as fully as possible, remaining in these pose for 5 to 7 breaths. Release and repeat on the other side. This can be repeated over a few lessons to enable the student to progress. Step 2, practice as above with step 5. Until step 5. Curl the toes of the left foot under and without raising the pelvis, lift the left knee from the floor and fully straighten the leg. Pull the body weight back towards the left heel. Keep the front of the body long and the head back in line with the tailbone. Continue to rotate the spine, hold for 5 to 6 breaths. The weight should not go forward into the knee joint. Release the pose and repeat on the other side. This is appropriate for a second 6-week course. The following can be then included in the 3rd or 6-week course, step 3. Practice as above with step 6. Stretch the left upper arm down the outside edge of the right leg. Cup the fingers on the floor on the outside edge of the right foot. Use the arm to help rotate the spine fully. Step 4. Repeat as above until step 4. Bring the right arm up and across the head. Extend through the fingers, palm facing downwards. Turn the head and look under the arm, top arm. Stay for a few breaths and return to the original position. Repeat on the opposite side. Step 5. This posture can now be taught from standing. See asana handout for details. Be prepared to practice over a number of weeks. Students should now be ready to practice more dynamic poses and stay longer in them. This will help them develop mind-body awareness, which is the basis of yoga. The next stage includes breath awareness, and the student is encouraged to let go of the unnecessary effort and relax and soften into each posture so that it becomes an enjoyable experience. Using these guidelines to help you to teach poses over a number of weeks. A lesson can be planned around a posture, which is an excellent method of imparting extra information on what could be one of the more challenging or difficult poses. More information is available in your lesson planning module. Okay.